Alrighty, everyone, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series, brought to you by Unified iRacing League. Here tonight, rolling into Bristol Motorspeedway, and up in the booth with us once again this week, the one, the only Squeak. Squeak, how you doing, buddy? I think we got Squeak. Squeak, we got you. Squeak. Well, Squeak was there. He'll be back with us here momentarily as we're getting qualifying underway here tonight. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in qualifying this evening. NASCAR ButtKicker Cup Series, and Squeak has returned. Squeak, you got a copy on it, buddy? Hey, Squeak, buddy, you got a copy on me?
You got, hello?
Hey, buddy, you back with us there? We lost you on Discord there for a minute, brother.
Who?
You got me there, Squeak?
I got you. Do you got me?
Yeah, I got you. We lost you there for a
there
minute, buddy. Yeah, we lost you there a minute. But, Roy, we roll into Bristol here tonight. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is going to be one to watch. Obviously, it's short track racing. I'm sure we're going to see tempers flaring here at the end of the nights. I also think we're going to have some great side-by-side action. It's going to be one to watch tonight.
Well, qualifying underway right now. Let's take a look at the point standings coming into the night. Nathan holding on to that 8-point lead over Mr. Garrison. Butcher Benjamin 14 back. And Chris Downing back there in fourth there, Squeak.
And moving on to fourth place, we got Justin White. And then our favorite, we got Bob the Builder in sixth place, followed by seventh place, Kyle Spees.
Yeah, Chris Schooler sitting back there at 8-27 back. Joshua there in ninth. And Brandon Thomas rounds out your top 10 in points here. Coming into this round at Bristol Motorspeedway here tonight. Well, buddy, we didn't have many cautions last week, but something tells me we rolled to Bristol this week in the Tennessee Hills, and we're going to have some issues. I have a feeling here tonight at this racetrack.
Yeah, I was able to practice this week with a few of these guys, and it seems like it's going to be a pretty slick track out there, especially coming off exits. So that's going to be something to watch. If someone gets loose and spins the inside wall, there's really nowhere to go, so they might bounce back up into traffic, and once that happens, you got a roadblock.
Yeah, we take a look here at the qualifying order as we run right now. Chris Schooler on top of the board. Speed sitting in second. Brandon Thomas in third. Derek M. Garrison, Dakota Camper sitting right there also. Now, Spees there, Mr. Collins Spees, a part of that SRN team, and they've not had the best year. But I suspect here coming into Bristol, he should have a good run. The last time that I was at Bristol was with the Xfinity cars on Sundays. He had a good run there, so I expect him to have a good one here tonight at Bristol in the Cup car. So what do you think the challenges is here at Bristol in this Cup car with the current aero configuration that they have?
Well, that's a good question, and I think the hard part is going to be having the clean air advantage. It's not too big of an advantage, but especially with these fixed sets, I noticed when I was running, if you are able to get that clean air, it turns just a little bit more. Versus if you're behind someone, you plow just enough to where you can't be right on someone's bumper. Also, something you're gonna have to watch tonight is tire wear, because if you burn up the right front, you're gonna find yourself having to lift and brake earlier and earlier and not be able to rotate through the corner.
And Floor Buddy, well, I'll tell you what, it is going to be an awesome night here tonight, man. No doubt about it. As we get ready to go racing, and I calculated about 125 miles or so, roughly right around that's what we'll be running here this evening here at Bristol. And again, all night long, these guys are just gonna have to take care of their equipment and make sure that they don't end up in a situation early that can hinder them later on in the race. But I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
Squeak, we got about 4 minutes left to qualify, man. We're closing in on the end of qualifying.
Yeah, I'm sure quite a few of these guys want to start up front. Not that starting in the back is bad, but I think uh, if we get a wreck in the back, you know, further up the better.
Yeah, I agree. And one car on track right now, that's going to be your points leader, Mr. Boyer, just now rolling on to the racing surface in that sim box number 971 machine, top of the racetrack. And again, we talked about Bristol. The new configuration top line seems to be where you want to be all night long as he gets ready to take that number 971 up to the top of the board. And let's see where he races here. First lap, P5, not too bad. See what he can do. Lap number 2. Here's Mr. Squeak. Yeah, I mean, our points leader right there getting after it here tonight at Bristol. He's got the car in the top 5 of qualifying. So a good way to start his night out.
Yeah, definitely good night indeed. Starting further up, the better, as well as better pit stall. Because remember, there is two sides to this track, and it's not really gonna be much of a factor, I don't think. But I think if I was pitting here and I was racing, I'd want my pit stall to be on that front straightaway.
Alrighty, man. Well, I got a question for you. How many cautions I have here tonight?
That is a very good question. You know, for the amount of laps we're gonna do, man, I don't. Hopefully, there's not too many cautions, because we'd love to see it go green all the way if we could. But I think we'll probably have at least 8, if not 10-ish.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Somewhere in the 8 to 10 ballpark range. As we're winding down here with a minute left, we're going to take a quick break out of the booth. We'll be right back with you here as soon as we get to grid these cars up in about a minute and 48 seconds. We'll be right back on Extreme TV. All right, everyone back here. Here we go. Getting ready to go green flag racing in just a moment. Let's take a look at your starting grid here for the Bristol 125 here tonight. We'll start it off here, row number 1. Here in just one moment, Chris Schooler, Kyle Speed's front row. Row number 2, that's going to be Drew Ashley alongside Brandon Thomas. Row number 3, Nathan Moyer and Derek M. Garrison. Row number 4, Dakota Camper alongside Joshua. Row number 5, that's going to be Paul and Eric Garrison. Row number 6 is to load up our theme, having a little bit of issue. Not Aaron Corey, Justin White there also. Row number 7, Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Doug Neal. Starting row number 8, Joe DeSantos and Travis White. Row number 9, here this evening, Alexander Hendry, otherwise known as Bob the Builder. He'll start alongside Matt Builder. Row number 10, Jamie Lee Dunning and Bill Stringfellow back there in 20th. Row number 11, Joey and John Greenslate. Row number 12, Robert and Stephen Woodard. And row number 13 to round out the field, Michael Shore will end the field out here tonight. Again, 240 laps here tonight. Should be a lot of fun here. We're registering something like that. I think according to our overlay there, Mr. Speed, 125 miles here tonight, so I was right on the number as far as mileage here this evening. And our broadcast partner tonight, or Mr. Squeak in the booth, our broadcast partner here tonight. So Squeak trying to figure out a couple of things. He's got some things going on his end. He'll join us just as soon as he can. Getting ready to go green at Bristol Motorspeedway. Folks, things gonna happen in a hurry here around this world's fastest half mile, located in Bristol, Tennessee. Should be a lot of fun here tonight. Field side by side, getting ready to go green down the back straightaway this time by. And who is going to be able to walk away out of Bristol with a win? One of the crown jewel races that you'll ever do here. Well, we're about to find out as the field exits turn to number 4 down the front straightaway to get their green flag in the air. We are green at Bristol. Chris Schooler up front, able to pull away. You see Schooler up front. Speeds drops the second. And the 36 Elm in the Elms machine. Kyle Speed. Schooler gets out of shape in turns 3 and 4. That car wiggles a bit. And here comes Schooler. Or excuse me, Schooler got out of shape. There comes Speed. Speed's to the front of the board here. Lap number 2 already in the books. Schooler dropping back there to second. Across the stripe that time by. Schooler and Speed's out in front of the field here early on at Bristol Motor Speedway. Should be a crazy night here as we work our way through. Speed, Schooler, your top of 2. Dakota Camper sitting back here in 10th. The yellow already out. The first yellow of the night is going to fly here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and that's the 21 round. The 21 round, let's go to our replay screen here, and let's take a look here at what happened to the 21 machine. What happened to him? I'll take a look here. It was the 21 that got in trouble to bring the first caution out. Lap number 5 of 240 here tonight. It happened. And oh, there was trouble in front of him. Oops, maybe no. Who else was in trouble? John Greenslate. The 12 having an issue. What happened to John here? There's 12. Doug Neal. Yep, Doug Neal. Let's check on Doug here. after Doug Neal. In the 77 Sim Box machine. Right there with the 2 in front of him. Oh, he just come down into the 29. That's going to stack it up. 23 and nowhere to go. Man, bad luck for Alexandra. Bob the Builder caught up in it. Let's take a look at it one more time. Just went horribly wrong there. And down the front straightaway, side by side. And they're just going to come together down the front straightaway here. That's going to pull Bob up into the outside wall. That breast cancer awareness. Number 29 getting turned around. First yellow of the night here at Bristol. 77, nothing he can do with Doug Neal. He gets clipped up involved in it as well. Hard into the outside wall. The 23 collected. 3 good race cars involved here early on in an accident here at Bristol Motorspeedway to bring the caution back out. We're going to get back to the live screen here. The live screen, and we will see where we maybe again the first yellow of the night as they work their way around the racetrack. So the first yellow of the evening here early on. Right now the 77 one lap down, caught behind a pace car. But take a look at the SRN driver of Kyle Speed's 36 M&M's machine sitting on in the race lead right now. A 36 M&M's machine out in front. Get ready to bring them back to green here in a few moments. And let's see if we've got still no Squeak. Squeak's still muted out. Not sure. Squeak's having issues here tonight. Squeakerton, you got me, buddy? Yeah, I think we lost Squeak.
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, we got Squeak back.
Think I got it resolved well. I figure out here as we, as you said, we got our first caution. We're about to take the green flag again. I expect another caution here soon if, especially towards back with these guys racing each other so hard. But here we go into the restart zone. Here to take the green flag back underway. Side by side battle for the lead.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see Chris here with that high side advantage. Like we were talking about in the pre-race, that high side advantage is going to be really key tonight.
Yeah, and it is, but it looks like Steve was able to clear him. Yeah, maybe on the restarts, starting down low, if you can clear the guy underneath of you. Here comes the 18 down there. Oh boy, that is going to be dicey. That's Drew Ashley actually in the 1842 slash car. I hate when that happens. Different number on the car than what's on the overlay. It's kind of confusing there for a minute.
Yeah, it really does, and hopefully they're able to resolve it before next week. Because that is, like you said, really confusing when you have 2 cars that are the same number.
Ashley up to second. Steve's with the race lead. I said it coming in. Steve should run good here tonight, and out front he is right now. 14 on the board at 250. Or 240, excuse me. Your points leader, Nathan Moyer, sitting in 5th. Look at Joshua back there in 6th as well there.
Yeah, I just wanted to point something out as well. Kyle, our leader, is actually running a little bit different line than some of these guys in 2nd and 3rd place. If you see, he kind of dips it down off the exit versus some of these guys that are, well, I guess now that I say that, they kind of follow the leader there as well. But some of these guys are earning a little bit higher in 1 and 2 versus Kyle, who's actually entering like mid-line.
Yeah, no surprise there. Kyle is a really good driver. You know, I speak from personal experience against racing him. He's very good at changing his lineup and making it really hard to guess where that number 36 is going to go. And right now it's paying off because he's out front over Ashley, Schooler, and Thomas, your top 4.
And if you look at our leader, he's actually catching lap traffic right now, which is going to be something we're going to see all night. And you can see right there, 2nd place was able to close in because of that lap car slowed up Kyle just enough. And it's going to be something that these leaders are going to have to watch out for through the night.
Yeah, that Travis Shore, they were putting a lap down here, and another car going a lap down. That's going to be the 12 machine, another lap down, their green slate. So these cars definitely working their way through lap traffic right now early on. Well, let's drop back through the field, buddy, see if we can find some battles going on. Jamie Lee Dunning right here on the back bumper, the two of Justin White. That battle right now on the racetrack for the 12th and 13th, and there's trouble back there around them. Actually, one car on the outside wall, I believe that was Matt Miller maybe, getting in the fence, and they're still checking up.
No caution yet, surprisingly. Looks like it's going to be able to get off. And I think we actually got another wreck that's happening.
Oh,
yeah. Big wreck. 3 and 4.
Not sure who got turned around there. Matt Miller actually in the 98 is going to bring the yellow out again for the second time here tonight. Yellow out on the racetrack, so we'll go back to caution here on Extreme Sim TV. 98 getting turned around. Let's take a look at your caution replay here. The 98 going for a wind here. Let's see what happens. Bring that caution back out. Boy, oh boy. Alright, caution replay time for the second caution of the night. Looks like they wrecked up in front of him. The 2 in the 07 did. Got together. The 98 tries to get around that one. Successfully somewhat clears that carnage. And we will see as they work their way down the front straightaway what else happens. Gotten by that. Goes into the next corner. Everything looks fine. And still fine. Ooh, he just tried to clear himself up in front of the 2 and didn't have enough room. Got collected.
Yeah, looks like exactly what you said. He tried to clear himself and was not clear, unfortunately, and they got collected in the wreck going in turns 3 and 4 because of that, which is unfortunate for both of them and the other guys that were back there that couldn't avoid the wreck. But I'm sure we'll see more of those kind of wrecks tonight.
Yeah, one more look at it here. Let's hop on board with him if we can. He thought he was clear. We're on board here, and you can see just how close it was. Coming off the corner, he thinks he's clear, and he's just not. Yeah, nothing he could do there. He just thought he was clear. Came up the racetrack, and unfortunately wasn't clear, man. It's the second caution of the night here. And everybody getting back going. You still feeling pretty confident in your caution prediction earlier?
That's a very good question. You know, we're only 26 laps in, and we have 2 cautions, excuse me. 2 cautions already, so that's about 1 per 10 laps. You know, I want to feel confident, but so far from what we've seen, I'm not quite sure.
I think we would all like for it to go green, buddy, for a multitude of reasons.
Hopefully these guys gotten those wrecks out of their system early and we can get a few runs here.
If this thing don't end by about 1 o'clock, we might have a co-commentator girlfriend who might wake up and kill us all. We don't want that to happen.
No, we don't.
Drew Ashley second, Chris Schooler third, Brendan Thomas fourth. Hey, look at the right side. She's got to go to work at like 5 in the morning. She may be done by then.
That is true. It might take that long if we're going at this pace.
Do it, honey.
Alright, looks like we're going to be coming towards the turns 3 and 4 before the green. Expect this pace truck to take that hard left turn here, coming off of 4.
Here we go, back to green once again. It's going to be 36 on the bottom, the 18 top side, green flag back out. 28 on the board of 240 here tonight. Steve's back out front, Ashley dropping back actually on the restart. Here comes Chris Schooler. Make it work on the inside in that 31 ButtKicker machine. Schooler getting out of shape. He'll fall back in the line. Thomas back there, just cars back. Nathan Moyer back there also. Moyer right around the bottom, having a good run here. Week.
Yeah, I'm surprised that a few of these. I'm surprised a few of these guys are running around on the bottom. I think the top side is really the place to be right now, especially with the way these guys are running. I think if you run that lower line, you're gonna burn up them tires quicker.
Yeah, I think so too. And you take a look back up front, it's Speeds leading the way. Drew Ashley in second. Third, Schooler. Thomas fourth. Yes, right now, Josh went. Nathan Moyer in sixth. Nathan back there in sixth. Seventh, Derek M. Garrison. And Dakota Camper sitting back there in 8th, 17th. Pretty good
Looks
race.
like.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say, I think Ashley's actually closing in on Kyle here. Looks like.
As we're taking a look at a battle back in the pack, I'll let you watch the front. As we got the 83, Stringfellow stuck on the bottom as that front battle for the lead closing up as well. We're going to jump back up front here. And you are right, good sir. Ashley right there on the back bumper of Speeds.
The hard part is when and how is Drew Ashley going to be able to pull this pass off, because it looks like Kyle is pretty much glued to the higher side, and I don't think he's going to get enough of a run on the low side and be able to hold it to actually be side by side or even pass him here.
Well, we're about to find out. He's going to drop it to the bottom here, but I think you're right. He'll fall back in the line. You can't get that inside line to work right now.
Yeah, I'm sure as we go on through the night, that high side that lower side might get some speed in it, but that's just going to be something we have to watch for now, and I think high side's the way to be.
That top side definitely where you want to be here. Pull into the top, trying to make it work, trying to arc off the home. Get behind that 36, maybe make him lose his concentration. But that's a little harder said than done.
Yeah, that is definitely harder said than done, and coming up on the slower end of the field again. So if Kyle catches some slower cars at the wrong place at the wrong time, that's going to open the door for Drew Ashley here.
Yeah, you definitely want to see them working their way to the top side of the racetrack, trying to work their way around this racing surface. One of the closest battles on the racetrack right now is what we're watching right now.
Oh, looks like we got a wreck right ahead of the leaders.
Who was that?
I'm not quite sure who that was.
Yeah, I seen it too. Push him back out on the racetrack.
Looks like it was the 07 of Michael Shore.
Alright, the 07 of Michael Shore. Having an issue. We're going to take a look on our instant replay at this moment. What happened? Bring out the caution again for the third time tonight. Happened to Michael Shore. Third caution of the door all by himself here. He's just gonna lose it there on the front straightaway hard into the inside wall. And lucky for the leaders that they were able to get by that. Wow.
I actually think our leader, Kyle Spees, had some damage from that. I think he just barely hit the 07.
Alright, we'll go back and take a look here. I'll hop on board with the 36. See. And that could have been a lot worse, honestly. Wow. Never good when you're the leader and you come around, there's a car set on board. Let's see. He may have got it just yet with for time. He come off turn 4. See the car wrecking below him. Let's see. Yeah, he did nick him just a little bit with that left front, but wow, that could have been disastrous. As now your race leader on pit road. Assuming to get that car looked at, damage wise, take tires, get back out there, 45 of them be complete. Alright, we're almost to the point that we're going to be past the first 50 laps there. So, we're getting to that point, buddy.
Yeah, we're closing down. These laps are gonna go by super quick, whether they're under caution or not. Also, one thing I do want to point out, I know it wasn't a factor, it probably won't be a factor this time, but if we get these late race cautions where guys stay out, we should expect tire spin from a few of these guys. And if you stomp on that throttle on these restarts, you're gonna get that tire spin really bad and probably cause a stack up, which would not be good for any of these guys in the roadblock here on the front straightaway.
No, it definitely would not be good. Lights off on the iRacing face run. Getting ready to return to green flag racing. Lap number 50 will be on the board this time by.
We got Brandon Thomas here in second place, and Drew Ashley now has taken over the lead as pace truck pulls a hard left turn, coming to the restart zone. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Green flag.
Bringing it back in the air, a little bit of wheel spin back there behind them, deep in the pack. Talked about that wheel spin. I've seen a little bit going on deep in the pack here. They were able to hang on for the most part, so that's a good thing. We got to see how Speeds can do working his way back through the pack, starting 20th here after that stop.
Looks like Brandon Thomas is under fire from Derek Garrison here for third place. Remember, Derek has won the last 2 races before tonight, so he's on kind of a hot streak.
Trouble is behind them. Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin, Paul. Big mess front straightaway. We're back under caution once again. Yellow back out. Alright, caution back out here. Let's go back and take a look here once again at what happened. Sorry to cut you off. It was the Butcher Benjamin getting into trouble this time. Off of turn number 4.
Unfortunate start to the season for Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Last year's series champion hasn't had the luck or the finishes so far this season, and I'm sure this is one is gonna give him a little bit of a kick in the butt as well.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is. It's back under caution. One more time. And what is this? Caution? Third caution? 31 to score,
Yeah.
squeaking through that one. Good job by him. Speeds getting through there as well, so Speeds missed that one. Good for Kyle Speeds to get by that, keeping the pack like that.
Yeah, those really anywhere you wreck here is going to end up with multiple cars within the wreck. And that was an unfortunate event for those guys that were caught up when they hit the inside wall and came back up towards the track.
Well, buddy, what about this? We're going to take a moment off the mic here, go to a quick commercial break while we're under caution. Right back here like Stream MTV. NASCAR butt kicker comes in. All right, getting ready to go back green. And yeah, 4 out of 2 pretty complete here tonight. Mr. Squeak, get ready to turn them backwards, buddy.
Yeah, we're going to see this pace truck take the hard left turn once again. Your front row is Drew Ashley and Nathan Maurer. Here we go to the restart zone. Green flag racing.
Oh, got tight.
Tight battle off of 2 there for the lead.
Now we're doing a good job getting it done. Look behind him.
Here comes Derek Garrison.
Yep, Garrison right there with him. Brandon Thomas having a good run also.
Yeah, it looks like the 42 of Drew Ashley got stuck on that low side and lost a few positions there. It's going to cost him at least 3, if not 4, depending on if Brandon Thomas is able to get a good run off of the exit here. But your current leader, 971 of Nathan. Looks like he's able to put a decent gap between him and Derek Garrison.
58 to 2. Nice back here in 7. Maybe we'll get on a string of a long run here. The way through Gilson fellow back there also in the 8th spot. Good side-by-side racing.
Yeah, I was going to point out we have kind of a jumbled mess here from at least 6th to 8th slash 9th-ish area. You're kind of side by side here and fighting for one position.
Tell you what, who's back in the top 8 here is Kyle Speed. Started up near the front and had that incident when he even got caught up with that car that was around on the front straightaway. He has worked his way back into the top 8 now, working his way forward slowly. These 36 having a good run right now. They'll close in on School trying to hold it back there.
Yeah, and Kyle Spees, we obviously, as we pointed out, he was leading this race earlier, and I'm sure he's got the speed and the momentum, so it's going to be I'm sure we'll see him up here within the next 30 to 40 laps.
Yeah, for sure. He's going to work his way by Brandon Thomas. That'll put him up in 6th position. Keep in mind, he's got a lot fresher tires on that 36 right now than everybody else.
Yeah, it is something that's going to be watched for him. If we do get this green flag running, these guys up here are going to have to be able to manage their tires, and I'm sure that'll be a huge advantage for Kyle Spees as this thing goes on, as we have a battle for looks like 5th and 6th position. Nope, make that 4th. Chris Schooler, you're going to get around the 42 of Drew Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley dropping back. Kyle Speed actually they're getting around him there as well. Speed's in the top 5 now. Points leader out in front, Nathan Moyer. Now we're doing a great job, but staying out front right now. Garrison second.
Put 4th through 5th and 6th. Make that 3rd. Kyle and Chris moving up both together, getting around. Looks like Aaron here for the 3rd position.
Good pass there. Speed, he'll make it 9 for 4th man. So Speed's up to the top 4. And the next car they'll be catching is Derek Garrison. Both those cars, Schooler and Speed, on the fresher tires. And both Garrison and Nathan up in front of them. So here we go. We're going to work lap number 70 this time by. Still working their way through nice and right now at Bristol. Great racing all the way around so far this week.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great side-by-side racing so far, and I'm sure.
Yeah, it's been really, really good racing. And fun to watch all the way around. What do you think? You think when Schooler gets there, he can make quick work of Garrison?
You know, I think that's gonna be a tough one.
I tell you what, Garrison putting some pressure on your race leader, caution on the racetrack once again. Yellow is out, and that's having a problem. Yellow back out on the racetrack once again here tonight. And we'll go back to our instant replay and take a look at what happened. Yellow back out once again, and that was a particular Menards machine involved in what happened here. Bring the caution out one out. They got no one there right in front of him, doesn't he? The clip down into the inside wall. Caution back out here again. So back under caution once again here tonight at Bristol. We're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Green.
Alrighty, folks, back under green on lap number 79 out of 240 complete.
Oh! Looks like we're getting caution here.
Caution back out. We'll see where this occurred at. Took the 77 around. I believe my new caution splash screen is getting work out. Back under caution here tonight. Once again, let's go look at our instant replay here. What happened? Oh, sweet. Back under yellow once again. Big contact here. 77-17 getting collected. Back under caution, lap number 81 here tonight. And that's just not working out tonight for Neil, is it, there, Sweet?
No, it's not. It does not seem like it's his night tonight. Um, Looks like he just hit the wall. Just yeah, just got tied off exit. I think. Looks like it.
Nothing he can do about it. Oh.
Yeah, there's no after you hit the wall or make a mistake. There's little room to correct here. So sucks sucks for him, and I'm sure I heard him take blame for that and just driver mistakes from him.
Yeah, brings a caution out again here tonight, so we're back under caution. Slowed them back down again, buddy. And that seems to be a trend right now. 83 laps completed this one.
Is it too late to change the amount of cautions we're gonna get?
Yeah, I think it's a little late to change your prediction.
Dang. Well, I think we're halfway to what I said of 10. Hopefully these guys are able to get it together here and make me look smart and intelligent, but so far I'm not looking too good.
Well, we'll just say you were being optimistic.
We can say that. Yeah, we can.
You know, it's Bristol. Right?
Yeah, it's Bristol. Like I said, a little room for errors. When someone makes an error, there's high possibility there's going to be a wreck involved, and once someone gets sideways or hits the wall in front of another person, there's 2, 3, 4 pile up. And so.
Yeah, well, do you remember last week when we said, "Oh, we'll make up for all the cautions at Bristol"?
Yeah.
Well, buddy, I'm waiting on to go back to green here in just a moment. And I want to thank everyone to come out here to Extreme Helmet TV. That's our ButtKicker Cup live here on the channel, which is every Saturday night. As we get ready to go back to green here in just a moment. Plenty of action here so far this week.
Yeah, this has been an eventful race so far, from the leaders getting caught up in a wreck, and now they're back up to the front. I'm sure Kyle is gonna be up on the wheel for this restart and looking for the lead again.
Yeah, trying to get that number 36 machine back to the front, but here we go, getting ready to go back green. Caution is over with. We are back green flag racing. 85 on the board, scored to jump speeds in second. He's trying to run Schooler down. Can't do it right now. Here comes Speeds to the bottom. Trying to make quick work back to the race lead. He's trying, buddy, to make work on the bottom.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to make that bottom side work. Unfortunately, that high side is just carries so much speed off exit, and if we look behind him for a second, looks like there's a big jumbled mess for third on and back, while these two are just kind of pulling away and doing their own thing, racing for the lead.
Oh, we're gonna have a mess. Oh my goodness. 2 and 3 wide back here, and that was your point leader Nathan on the apron. They were working around him on the top side, and Nathan is sideways again. Nathan in trouble here if he can hang on to it. Keep it underneath him, he does, but he's gonna lose a ton of practice.
Yeah, put at least 6 cars under the blanket here. They're gonna stack up just a little bit on straightaway, then kept it together. But they are definitely mixing it up back here and making this clinch up moment.
490 on the board of 240. Robert back here also in the number 11 machine. Just inside the lead lap here, you see Alexander working his way by. He's 2 laps down. The 77 of Doug Neal lap down also. Doug Neal had the best night. Meanwhile, up front.
Oh, it looks like our leader just barely got in the wall off the exit of 2. That's going to allow Kyle Spees to get up in front, but he's not going to have a comfortable lead here as Aaron is to his inside.
They're Corey alongside here. Battle for the race lead, Corey and Spees. Going at it here, 92 of 240 complete here tonight.
It's like Kyle is going to be able to use that high side advantage. Aaron still trying on that low to middle groove. He's going to be side by side off exit. He's going to stay on that quarter panel. Meanwhile, here comes the 42 of Drew Ashley catching these top three. He's going to put a little bit of pressure under Chris Schooler as the battle for the lead continues. Aaron's going to have a little bit of nose on Kyle off the exit, surprisingly. I think Kyle's a little bit tighter, unless maybe he's... Oh, nope. As soon as I say that, I jinxed Aaron there on the bottom side, and that's going to give the lead back to Kyle.
Speed's back out front, but look at that up to the top side. That is going to be the Schooler and the 31 going after Ashley right here in this top four mumbo jumbo as well.
Yeah, I just don't want to count out that 8 car quite yet. That 8 car is coming back into the picture. He's had 2 wins so far in the season. He's been super fast. We haven't seen him much this race yet, but he's definitely coming, and I'm sure he's gonna be one to contend for the win tonight.
And 4 side by side for the race lead once again, 30-60-18. Well, folks, I'm going to step out of the booth a moment. I'm going to turn it over to you, Squeak. We'll have the camera on the leaders for you, and I'll be right back here in a moment.
Sounds good. Looks like we're going to have the battle. The 42 just barely scrapes the outside wall, coming off of 3 and 4. Not sure Kyle was giving much to Drew there. Still going to be battling hard here for the lead. Looks like Drew's going to go to the inside. He's going to dive in a little bit deeper. Allow himself to have the upper edge here, and he's going to clear himself going into 1 and 2. Here comes Aaron putting fire under Kyle for second place going to turns 3 and 4. I'm not quite sure if Kyle is trying to save tire. Maybe he hit the wall a few times and slowed his momentum down, but he's definitely fallen back just a little bit. Aaron's going to be able to clear himself for second place, and meanwhile, during all this, Drew Ashley is kind of pulled away and giving himself a gap over the top 4 or 5 cars. Now here comes Derek Garrison up for 4th place. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it looks like Kyle has kind of fallen back just a little bit. Garrison not able to complete that pass off of 4, but I think Garrison's going to be able to get it here off of 1 and 2. Yep, he does. So Kyle speeds after leading a few laps at the beginning of this race and getting back up towards the front after pit stops, starting to fall back just a little bit more and more. Now he's going to get some pressure from the 2 of Justin White. Justin White all over his bumper here. I'm not quite sure where he's going to go. Looks like he's going to take the high side. Give him a little bump there going to 1 and 2. Just a little bit of, hey, I'm here. I want this position. I'm sure Justin White is going to be able to get around him here pretty soon. Yeah, they're going to be side by side going to turns 1 and 2. I expect Justin White to get this little advantage. Oh, he just barely cut off the 36 of Kyle Spees. Not going to have been bad, but thankfully Kyle's let off and was able to allow Justin to get in line there. Let's see what else, if there's any other battles. No, it looks like Kyle is just continuing to fall back. I'm not quite sure what's happening with him, but it looks like Nathan just got around him for 6th place, and Chris Schooler behind him is also catching. So I'm sure this left front damage that he got from that incident early on when he caught the slower car isn't helping him at all on this long run. Alright, let's go back up here and see what's up with the leader Drew Ashley here as we complete lap 110. Now make it 111. He's kind of put a little over a 1 second gap over second place Aaron. Well, I guess I should change that to Derek Garrison now, because Derek Garrison just got around to Aaron for second place. and still has a little bit of a gap over second place there. Garrison, I'm sure, as we catch these lap cars that are about little bit more of a straightaway ahead of Drew. There's probably going to be some slower lap times from Drew, and Drew's probably going to get caught up, and that's going to allow Derek Garrison to catch up and possibly take the lead away. Now, it does look like Derek Garrison is actually closing in on the leader, Drew Ashley. He's closing in about 3/10 there. Looks like he's going to gain another 10th or so this time by. Down to half a second that lap. And I'm not quite sure if Drew is just being patient and taking his time, or if Garrison's really pushing. I guess we're going to have to find out here, and it's going to be interesting one to watch. You're fine. Welcome back, Matt.
Alright, back in the booth with you folks. Matt back, Drew Ashby taking the lead. Good job, Squeak, on the call, bud.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna watch these two battle for the lead. Looks like Derek Garrison's gonna go to the high side of the 42 of Drew Ashley. I'm not quite sure if Drew just let him by or not, but it looks like Drew took that lower line, and that's gonna allow Derek Garrison to take this lead here.
Garrison out front, Speeds dropped all the way back to 10th, bud. What in the world happened to Kyle Speeds?
You know, I was wondering what had happened. I looked at his car, and I'm pretty sure that left front damage is hurting him on this longer run. It does not look like he took his fast repair. If you folks at home don't know, these guys get one fast repair, and I'm sure he's saving that in case he gets into another incident. But I'm guessing right now he wish he took that fast repair, because he is falling back like a rock.
Excuse me, folks. So is Schooler back there as well. And looking at what I see, those two on older tires as well. 76 laps on, according to this, on their tires. 36 on everybody else's, but
Yeah, and I'm sure a few of these guys that didn't take tires that lacked caution or not didn't take their fast repair were expecting a quick yellow again, but it looks like they've been proven wrong and have been put under a long green flag run here.
yeah, and we got lap traffic right here in front of your leader as Derek Pierce is getting ready to lap. Ooh,
Contact ahead of him.
looks like he's getting ready to lap his brother here in a minute, actually.
Oh, looks like we got a caution out on track.
Yellow on the racetrack. Ow.
Oh man, you're not gonna like who it is.
Doug Neal.
Yeah, that's bad. Nice gone worse for him.
Oh man, Doug. Buddy, let's take a look at the replay for Doug Neal. Take a look at it. What happened to this 77 here?
Ooh. Looks like the same thing that happened last caution that he was involved in.
And did you see who he got? He got into it with Kyle Speeds.
That is not good for Kyle Speeds there.
The thing about it, he'll be taking his special repair this time, I guarantee it. The yellow
Yeah,
back out again.
I don't see Kyle Speeds not taking his fast repair here, but you never know. Some of these guys might save it till the very end.
Go back under caution again here tonight. And buddy, we're past halfway. What do these guys do now?
Well, I'm pretty sure every one of these leaders is going to come down pit road and take tires and fuel. Especially after that long green flag run we just had, these tires are going to mean a lot. And if you stay out, you're just going to fall and drop like a rock here on this restart. You know, I'm not quite sure if, you know, it would be interesting to see if we do get a late race caution, see how many of these guys pit or not. Because I'm not quite sure how bad these tires fall off within 10 laps. I do
Right.
know that they do fall off, obviously, after that long green flag run we had, but I'm not quite sure after 10 laps how bad it would be.
You know, that's going to be interesting. Interesting here. See how all of this plays out. Brandon Thomas right now out in the number 3 machine staying out right now. 127 on the board of 200 laps here tonight. Been an interesting one so far here tonight at Bristol.
Yeah, it has definitely been an interesting race from the early cautions to that late race green flag run. I'm sure we're going to be in for a lot more. And, you know, if we can get a few of those green flag lap or green flag runs in again, these guys are going to make me look pretty good with them 10 caution guesses. But I'm sure we're probably going to go over it, considering we're already at 5 or 6. I forget which one we're at, but I guess we'll have to see how it plays out here.
You know, I'll let you back just a second. Take a look at this here as we're under caution again, and we'll get the race stats up for a moment. All that. Right now, we've had 7 cautions, 35 laps. So far, we're getting ready to go back here. So here we go, back underway once again, bro. Getting ready to come back to Green. Thomas up front, old tires eating the field right now. Thinking hold on for a little bit. Go. Leave off the start here. Bring them back around. Getting ready to go lap number. Pace car down pit road. Here we go. And we are green at Bristol International Raceway. Brandon Thomas spinning his tires up front once again. The race lead, that's going to be Paul right now. Working his way out front. Paul out front, Thomas right there. There comes the 8th of Eric Yep Gears. Back to the race lead. Here comes the Eric Corey. Fresh tires working their way around the bottom. There comes the 18, also following through into the top 3 of Drew Asher. All these cars, fresh tires up front as they work their way down the back and in over this time. Thomas, Ashley, Dakota Camper back here in the mix. Trying to hang on right now, 132 of 140 complete here tonight. Dakota Camper having a pretty good run, the 17 running 6th this week.
Yeah, he's definitely having a good run here tonight. He started 7th and he's running 6th, so he hasn't really lost or gained much. I'm sure he's going to be a factor again as well later tonight as this run goes on. Behind him, it actually looks like we've got like another jumble mess of cars battling side by side, and I'm not quite sure if they're going to be able to figure it out here or not. Hopefully they're able to figure it out, because I would love to not see that 10 cautions. But, you know, racing is racing, and short track racing is beating and banging sometimes.
Right now, you're doing pretty well. Right now, we're setting 16. We got 16 cars on the lead lap right now. Here at Bristol Motorspeedway tonight. And caution back out on the racetrack. And that one's going to be for...
Oh, who's that?
Robert involved. Caution back out. Let's find out what happened here in our caution replay here. Oh, it was the 98 of Matt Miller that ended up in issue there on the front straightaway. Happened to Matt Miller.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, looks like he just lost it off the exit and tried to save it. Maybe. He definitely did lose it off exit. I'm not quite sure if he tried to save it or if it just came around on him that bad.
I'll polish him back out nonetheless. Here is Miller hits the road. Go back out again here, buddy.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if a few of these guys in the back try and pit here to take tires, or if they stay, or if everyone stays out. Obviously, that was a short little stint. And obviously, these guys do have a tire set limit, so that's going to also be something that these guys have to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, Tim, we're coming to 140 of 240. Keep in mind, we're almost at the 100 go mark at Bristol Motorspeedway. Laps taking off fairly quickly.
Yeah, these guys running 15 second laps. This is gonna go by quick tonight. Obviously 240 laps does sound like a lot, but like I just said, 15-second laps, that's gonna go by in a hurry.
Waiting on the lights off. And I'll be right back, buddy.
Yep.
Alright, I'm back, buddy.
Yep.
Alrighty, coming to green once again. 141 at 200 feet. Get ready to go back green. One more time.
I believe we're going to get the one to go here, and I think leader does get lane choice. I think looks like Garrison's going to take high side here, which I would not blame him to, considering that high side has been the upper advantage here on these restarts lately.
Yeah, it has, and that's going to be the question. It's pretty quick. 240 complete here. It's roughly 98 to go for the start. As always, I want to give a big shout out to someone helping us out tonight. Thank you there, Squeakerton.
Always an honor to be here working with you side by side.
New nickname in the night, Squeaker.
I like that. Alright, back up to the lead here. Pacetrack's going to take the hard left. Derek Garrison leading them back into the restart zone. He's going to get a good jump over the second place of Aaron Corey. They're going to be a side-by-side battle for second place.
Not much of a battle there. Nathan just shot by Corey. Corey's in trouble on the bottom. He can't get more down there and can't hold him down the speed. He'll drop the fourth here right off the bat.
Like we pointed out earlier, that low side doesn't seem to come in until later in the runs. But as of right now, it's if you're restarting the bottom lane, you better hope that you can get up to the top side in a hurry.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, as they all work through, again, that's the way it works here at Bristol configuration right now. 146 to 240 complete here tonight. Derek M. Garrison out in front of this field with Nathan right there on his back bump.
Okay, Nathan got a little bit loose coming off the exit there. Didn't lose a lot of time, but it did move that 42 of Drew Ashley just a little bit closer to his bumper.
Exactly. I tell you what racing we've got out there right now.
Yeah, and I don't blame these guys for being single file right now. I don't think there's really any risk these guys are going to be taking. to try and dive down to the low side because it just would. I don't think it's gonna really do anything if you dive down low. I think you're just gonna get pushed to the back unless you're able to get back up to the high side.
Yeah, I agree. I just don't think it's going to pay off if you dive down too early here. Not the way that you want to do
You
it.
see the 42 dive down right there. He was unable to complete the pass. $151 in the books. Garrison, right where he left off last week there, Matt, up in the front.
Yeah. Just doing a great job of hanging on up there, man. Really. No. And like you said, not missing a beat here tonight. Everybody right where they should be. And right now we got 17 cars on the lead lap. The 23 machine, first car that'd be going a lap down. And it won't take long till the leaders are there, I promise you.
No, and you see the 98 exiting off pit road here to the left of the leaders. There is a few cars that they will be catching here within, I expect, the next 10 to 15 laps. There's a single car up ahead. I'm sure he's going to get out the way of the leaders, or at least hopefully he does, because that would be a little bit disrespectful if you held up the leaders. But
Yeah,
I do think lap
think
traffic will be a factor.
Yeah, I think so. But everybody doing a good job getting out of the way here. As the three-car tandem up front of this pack. Lap 1 at 55 of 53 complete here tonight. Well over halfway, folks. Believe it or not, only about 20 minutes of racing action left here at Bristol if they go green.
Yeah, and that's the question that, I kind of want to ask you is, when do you think is too early to start pushing it? And do you think we're going to see guys using the bumper to get around other people?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to start seeing the GTV pick up and people will start making moves that they normally would not make. Just to try to gain a couple of spots here as we get later on in the going.
Yeah, I'm sure if these top three are able to stay where they're at right now, I mean, they're nose to tail, and I'm sure Nathan and Drew, if they do get the chance, would love to use bumper on Derek Garrison to get their win secured.
Yeah, 10-4, and I'll tell you what, it's been crazy so far.
Yeah, it has, and I'm sure that's not going to wind down any more tonight as we're closing in here on this race. 160 laps in the book out of 240. Top three still under a blanket, kind of pulling away from the fourth place car of Aaron, but not too far. I think Aaron might be trying to just let the top three race it out and save his tires in case the thing does go green.
Got Kyle Speed there back in sixth, man. His car hasn't been the same since he got that little bit of damage that it was early on in the race. I think that really affected him back here at Bristol. This car was extremely strong earlier on.
Yeah, I do think it hurt his car here, but it's still a great run, and considering he's still in the top 10 and hasn't gone a lap down, he was falling back the last green flag run. I think he was like 12th or something. Definitely out of the top 10, I believe, and I think that caution helped him out just a little bit. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be a lifesaver, but it definitely did help him out just enough to stay within the top 10.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a race here so far. Bumper tag there from Speeds, back bumper of Benjamin. Trying to get around him, but I tell you what, 65 on the board this time by. I'm starting to run short here at Bristol Motorspeedway. Now, I think everybody should be good on fuel to the end here. I don't think fuel should be a problem here.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be a problem here, especially after these guys pitted last time, maybe 2 cautions ago. I know it was super close from the last caution we just had, and I think we got more laps on fuel than we do laps in the race. But if we go back up to the lead here quick, it looks like the top 2 have kind of pulled away from the 42 of Drew Ashley. I'm not quite sure if Drew burned up his stuff trying to keep up with the top 2 or not, but if it's going to be settled down with these 2, then I'd expect some bumpers to be being used here as we wind down these laps.
Yeah, 70. Here goes this time by. Not a lot of time at all left in this. You can see it right out front. Garrison, Nathan, and Drew Ashley are top three, of which Derek and Nathan's kind of checked out just a tad bit. Over the third place running car, Drew Ashley.
Yeah, they've checked out, but that does not mean they're in the clear skies. They're coming up on a group of slower cars here, and if Garrison catches them at the wrong spot, like I said earlier, that's going to open the door for Nathan to just zoop on right around.
Yeah, it will, and that's going to be the question. They through. When do they start catching the lap down traffic? That's going to be the question here tonight at Bristol.
Yeah, these guys are catching them in a hurry. I expect within the next 5 laps that they catch these 4 slower cars, and then ahead of them they also have another 3 to 4 cars, so this is going to be interesting to watch. And I think right now Garrison seeing them side by side is not a good sign, as we got a battle for the lead going on. Nathan's gonna dive it down low. Derek is gonna get that high side run, looks like. Yep, and they're gonna be even going to turns 3 and 4.
No, they're dead even right now, and hanging on that top side is the Garrison, and it looks like Nathan got a little loose trying to run that bottom side, and we are running into lap traffic. The 11 up there in front of Robert. That would be putting him at 2 laps down once they get to it here in just a moment.
And I just want to look ahead at these slower cars. One of those slower cars is our man Bob the Builder, not having the night he has wanted, and that would be unfortunate if he goes a 3rd lap down. But there's going to be next week, and I'm sure he's going to get over the slump in the road of Bristol and go on and do great again next week.
Yeah, it's more like Bob the Unbuilder than that with that race.
That is true. He is missing quite a few parts on that car. As the leaders get around these guys, looks like some of the slower cars are going to give way to those two.
About the slower traffic, Doug Neal was getting to let these lead lap cars by. Again, 177 complete here, folks. Getting into the late stages of this one at Bristol Motorspeedway. They scheduled 125 miles here tonight. And again, race number 4 of this season here at Bristol. What a night it has been, brother. Great night of racing action so
crazy
far.
night so far.
And I didn't get the team points on the overlay this week like I did last week. I did notice before we went green tonight, there was a change for the lead in the team standings as well after last week. So that's keep that in mind. So again, those team points very important as well, not only the driver.
Yeah, I'm sure these teams are pushing each other and having their teammates know that, hey, we can go out here and win this team championship, whether they're going to be contending for the win or not. I'm sure these guys would all like to win the team championships, especially the newer guys, but it's going to be something that we watch through the rest of the season.
Yeah, it is. 182 on the board at 2.9 right now as they work their way down. Look at Mr. Derek M. Garrison holding up P2 of Nathan. Doing a good job of holding him up right now.
That he is indeed, and unfortunately it looks like they're going to be side by side ahead of him. These guys are going to get held up for a second. What is Nathan going to do here? Is he going to try and use this advantage to him? Possibly. No, it looks like, well, I don't know.
It's going to be dicey to getting through the flat traffic. 21 is going to give way.
Looks like Nathan just gave the 8 a little bit of a shot there.
Yeah, Nathan getting to the back bumper of the 8, giving them a bump, a shove. Bob the Builder up there side by side with the T3 here. That's not going to make it easy. Oh, boy.
They're going to be wide for the lapper, maybe.
Builder's going to have to be careful here. Bob the Builder kind of stuck in a hornet's nest right now.
Yeah, you do not want to mess up or take any of the leaders out, especially if you're a few laps down. That would be unfortunate and not good for Bob's look, but I'm sure he's doing his best to give the leaders as much room as possible, and it's not really... Oh, the leaders got together!
And yellow is out, and that was going to be Nathan getting into the side.
Oh,
the
and
18 called up into the battle.
the 42 piled in at the last second as well. That's going to be the top 3 involved in that one.
So let's go take a look, folks. Top 3 involved in an incident here. Lap number 188 on the board. Wow. Well, sir, I hate to say it, but I would call that a pit maneuver.
Yeah, I heard over the radio Nathan apologized for that incident. He said he got loose off the exit, and
yeah, he did get a little bit loose.
That's gonna hurt them all.
We'll look at it here, and it's late in the going too. We start here. We're just shy of 50 to go. Well, I know he didn't mean to, but not what they wanted to happen.
Yeah, that's definitely not what they wanted to happen there. Now, I do want to point out one thing. If these 3 guys still have their fast repair, everyone's going to be coming down pit road, as we know. And if they still have their fast repair and are able to use it here, I don't think they're actually going to lose it much. They're obviously going to lose first and second place to Aaron and Dakota, but I don't think they're going to lose much if they still have their fast repairs.
Yeah, I definitely don't think he meant to do that. Just got a little bit. We're looking at it now. On board, caught Mr. Garrison the right rear and up the racetrack. We're going to steal a South Park reference right now. Mr. Garrison says hit maneuver bad, okay, because he just got pitted into the outside wall unintentionally, but still a pit maneuver to the outside wall nevertheless. Oh, yellow out here. They come off of pit road. Now they got to try to make up the ground they lost here, and it doesn't look like they lost it. It looks like everyone pitted, so Garrison, Nathan, all right there together again. The one that may have got hurt the most is Drew Ashley in 15. And Drew's still got damage. I don't think he has a fast repair left on that number 18, so he got hurt the most of all.
Yeah, it does look like he did not take a fast repair, whether he's saving it or does not have one. He did get the worst end out of both Nathan and Derek, so unfortunate night for him. But lucky, I guess, lucky break that they had that big of a lead and were able to not lose a lot under that caution.
Well, let's take a look here at your race stats right now with 9 laps to go. And before the race, I asked you to pick a number. You said 10, but you were 9.
You know, might be close. I'm not quite sure. These guys have done a pretty good job these last 2 green flag runs. But obviously, as we wind down, it's going to get more hectic and chaotic.
Well, if I was you, I'd be getting on the driver's radio right about now and be like, okay, guys, you know, all you got.
Yeah.
All right, coming to green once again. 8 to go at Bristol. We are green. Back underway here with 48 laps remaining. They could have came for brings them down. The Corey automatically gets by.
Derek's gonna be looking for second place here, going to turns 3 and 4. Oh, who is that? I think that was 83 that got a little bit loose on that bottom side. Good save, however, for him.
Yeah, Bill was kind of dirt tracking it. Maybe he's previewing the dirt Bristol. You know, he's previewing that already.
Yep, there you go, folks. That was your dirt preview. You'll see some more of that next year.
Yep. Probably on iRacing is 2 because we'll probably get third Bristol, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think we probably will, and that'll be interesting to see once that comes around next year.
Oh, I'm so running it, that's for sure.
I'd love to run it. Obviously, I think I'd choose regular Bristol over dirt Bristol, but you know, dirt at the end of the day is always fun to run.
Buddy, we're coming to 2 laps to go here at Bristol Motorspeedway. Coming down to the end of this one, Aaron Corby out. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Garrison second. Dakota Camper third. Leader forced caution on the racetrack. Yellow number 10 of the night. Off of that one. And I believe it might have been Kyle's.
Yeah.
It's not going not as planned. Let's take a look at the caution back out again. Let's take a look at our caution. Kyle's speed. Kyle's got to do something. He was my pick tonight, and he's not doing very well. Oh yeah, big trouble there, Kyle.
Yeah, just made contact with the 23 car. And that sent them both into the wall. Opposite side sent the 23 into the outside lane. Sent the 36 into the inside wall.
And that will bring the caution out lap 204. Well, buddy, you're at number 10.
Well, this is either going to be my lucky night or not so lucky night, depending on if these guys are going to keep it green here for the last 40-ish laps or not.
Well, this right here, this bet decides which broadcaster go forever. And or Coca-Cola, brother.
Yup.
But we'll go with Coca-Cola. 202 on the board. Of 240 tonight. I tell you what, Corey out front, he's had a good run. Garrison, good run. The Camper also a very good run.
Brandon Thomas is also named to mention. He's been up and down throughout the night. He's had a few good races this season and a few not so good races this season. He's sitting there in that 5th position right behind Nathan.
And these guys have got to be getting tired. It's on the East Coast here. Running at Bristol this late at night, that's not an easy solution to do.
Yeah, these races at Bristol, they can go by quick, but they can also go by slow. The laps just kind of tick down, and I know from running Bristol a few weeks ago, it felt like forever, and I was getting a little bit tired in the car. But the next thing you know, you're like 10 to go and up on that wheel again. So I'm sure a few of these guys are tired and are looking to get this race done, but I'm sure a few of them are still wanting a few extra laps to make something happen.
They're not doing 500, buddy.
Yeah, that is true. That'd be a long sit in a long race for these guys and ourselves.
As we get ready to go once again, lights off on the iRacing pace truck. Coming to green, pace truck should dive down the road. Here we go. Pace truck down pit road. Coming to green, flag one more time at Bristol Motorspeedway. We are back green. 05 on the board.
Aaron's going to be using the high side to his advantage, probably here off exit. Garrison not able to clear him for the race lead, but Garrison's sending it in a little bit deeper through the corners, hoping he can clear Aaron off exit. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do that, and I think if I was Garrison,
yellow out. Hey, buddy. You lose.
Yeah, I guess we weren't able to do it.
Yellow is out again with power extreme.
Man, our favorite is involved in this, unfortunately.
Fielder, no. But Vegas, they actually hauled him behind them.
Yeah, just nowhere to go, it looks like.
The 33 ended up going for a wild ride. He's pleased. Nope. Bob, night's not going as planned, buddy. The 18 caught up in it. Big. He's got to be so frustrated, that 18 car. How this not the 18 to Drew Ashley. He's got to be so frustrated with the night that he had and what it's turned into. A night full of promise kind of went away here. What do you say we get a word in with Bob?
You know what? That would sound good. Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, let's get a word in with old Bob Dim.
Can get him quick.
Hey, Bob the Builder, Matt, speaking to boot the other company.
Yes, sir. How's you doing, Matt?
Well, Bob did not going in the way you wanted here with that machine. Get caught up a couple of times in accidents, man. You just ready to get out of Bristol?
Absolutely. You read my mind. I was just saying in Discord, they were having to calm me down a little bit because I've been 2 laps down this entire race. I have a fast race car. Trust me on that. If I get back on the lead lap, you better keep the camera on me because I'm going to be charging.
But, buddy, you got about 30 laps remaining back to tonight. Maybe you can get something done here.
I hope. I hope.
Maybe you can go get.
They always say Bristol brings out the worst in drivers. Well, I'm normally calm and cool and collected. Squeak will tell you that. Unless you piss me off, then I'm not so much.
Yeah, and Bristol has a way of doing that.
Hey, absolutely.
I just do want to point out something quick. You haven't given up yet, and you're still in it, even though you're missing 3/4 of your race car. And I know it must be frustrating, but
on that Squeak, I still have my fast repair, so I still got my wild card up in my back pocket.
Yeah, if you are able to get those 2 laps back, that'll be a huge advantage to you because I think almost most of the field, if not everyone, has used their last fast repair, and if we get a few more of these cautions, you're gonna be sitting in the right position at the right time.
I was about to say, and I got 2 sets of tires left, I believe. Let me double check. Oh yes, I got 2 sets left.
Alrighty, buddy, we're gonna let you go get back at it.
Yes, sir.
Bob the Builder not giving up, folks. Get ready to come back to hurry. Base car is off. Here we go. And Corey back in the air.
Good start by Derek Garrison, and on that lower side, he's going to be able to clear Aaron here. Not quite sure he's going to take it. Yep, there he goes. He's going to go to that high side now. And these two are going to pull away a few car lengths over that 3rd place car of Nathan. And there's going to actually be a battle for 4th between Nathan and Dakota. This is the jumble mess that we always see on the restarts, Matt.
Yeah, it's like, what line do you go to? Both lines kind of, kind of peter out on the restarts. Obviously, top lines we get going, but here at the very start, it's kind of difficult to get before Dunning having a little problem getting off the hole. Holding up the 3 of Brandon Thomas there. 2:15 on the board this time by. 15 and 240 complete. Taylor Butcher, the Butcher Man, Benjamin, setting in P number 8 tonight. It's been having a great run out here, Squeak.
Yeah, he is. Like I said earlier, he was their last year's series champion, and he hasn't quite gotten off to the start as Derek, his competitor last season, was. But he is quietly just sitting within the top 10 here, so I expect him to get his stuff together throughout the season, and I think we see him in Victory Lane here shortly.
Take a look back further in the pack. That is Schooler in the 31 back here in 12th. Trying to work his way back forward. But everything he can, he's got the 8 right there. Man, oh man, what a fight right now up front. It is going to be Mr. Garrison play. 219 on the board. Coming to 220 next time by. We're about to have 20 laps to go, buddy.
Yeah, this is gonna go by in a hurry, in the blink of an eye. And I do just want to point out, from watching Aaron earlier on during these long green flag runs, if we do get a long green flag run around to end this night out, he was a little bit faster than Derek Garrison. I think Derek Garrison used up his right front the last green flag run, which allowed Aaron to catch up just a little bit. But on top of that, I'm not quite sure if we're going to have enough time to catch the back end of the field. But if we do, as I say that, we're going to have a caution, actually.
Yellow is out. Let's find what happened. And it's going to be Schooler involved. Alright, let's see here. What happened to Schooler around front straightaway?
Ooh. Looks like, is that Joshua? Yeah, that looks like Joshua. Kyle and Joshua just got together off the exit of turn 4, excuse me. And that sent both of them into the wall.
Well, and on another note, while we're looking at yellow, I have just now realized, as we've got 18 laps to complete in this race, on the ticker on the top of the page, I have managed to misspell series. So, put your laughs in the comment section. I ain't even changing it. It's been up there for the last, 223 laps. So, we'll leave it there for the rest of the night.
Yeah, a little bit too late to change it now.
Joke's on me now. Schooler running into a problem getting the inside wall.
Yeah, he had not had the night that he... Whoa. He did not have the night he wanted, I'm sure. We did see him up in the top 10 earlier, and then he got involved in a few wrecks, and that kind of set him back, and this is going to be another setback for him, which is going to be really unfortunate to him after he had a strong run going early on.
Co-commentator, you get to have a laugh at me as well with that misspell being up there for laps.
Yeah, I didn't even notice yet.
Well, it sounds like you need to make your broadcaster back to spellings.
Hey, we all make mistakes.
No, but the bad part is y'all's logo's on the other side of the screen. Literally right there in front of me. Oh, yeah. That happens. Alright, we're gonna get ready to go back to green. Go. This time possibly. Lap shootout here at Bristol.
I don't think that's the last caution we're gonna see, Matt.
Say that, sweet.
Well, these laps wind down. They're going to be pushing each other harder and harder, and more contact, possibly more wrecks. So it's going to be something that we watch out for here as these laps are closing in.
Of course, tomorrow night on Extreme Sim TV, we head to Texas. Season opener of the UiL ButtKicker Cruising Cup Series. That's tomorrow evening at 8:30 Eastern. Start time on that one. Keep your eyes and ears open for that one tomorrow evening at Texas Motorspeedway. So that should be a lot of fun. Right now, we got to get the ButtKicker Cup Series back underway at Bristol. It'll be a 14-lap shootout to end this one out tonight. bringing the flag back in the air. We're back underway. Excuse me, 14 to go here. And great battle up front. That's going to be Derek trying to hold on. Aaron Corey. Aaron gave it a shot. Just couldn't get by him, dude.
Yeah, Aaron was unable to make that lower side work on the restart. He did try to, like you said. Unfortunately, it did not work out in his favor, and now he's going to be under pressure from the 83 going into turns
And
3
go
and
is
4.
out.
Just as we say that, yup, another caution looks like.
And where did Bill Lee come from? Or Bill Stringfellow? Where did he come from?
You know, I looked at the relative, and I'm wondering the same thing. I really don't know.
Well, let's go take a look at our Extreme Sim TV college replay. The 20 of the in trouble. Yep, front straightaway. Him and the 20 going to get together. Kyle Speed's getting caught up in it again, man. Tonight not going the way Kyle Speed go.
No, it's definitely not, and I'm sure Kyle Spees is gonna put this in the back of his head and kind of forget about it and just move on. But if we do go a little bit earlier in the reg, it looks like the 23 actually got a bump from the 2, which sent him up into the track wall. And then once he hit that wall, he came back down into the 21.
That's exactly what happened here, buddy.
You know what, Matt? Last caution, I did say it. These laps wind down. I'm sure these guys. What I said was, I'm sure these guys are going to be pushing each other harder and harder, and it looks like that's what just happened.
Well, buddy, we're going to go back to flag racing here in a moment. Be a 10-lap showdown at Bristol. Find this one out here tonight. Derek M. Garrison out front. I think Derek can hang on these last few laps.
You know, from the high side restart, I think as long as he's able to get a good restart and not spin the tires here, I think he has a pretty decent shot at pulling it off. And if he's able to make it in a row here early on, then I sure as heck would be nervous if I was the rest of the field.
Yeah, I would be, buddy. I would be very, very nervous. Folks, we're going to meet out in just a second. We'll be back here for the restart.
Yep, on the back stretch, coming to the green.
Alrighty, folks, back straight away, coming to green once again. 8 laps to go at Bristol. Aaron out front, bringing on the green. 7 more laps when we get this underway. What do you think? You think Aaron can hang on here?
Yeah, you know, he's been strong all night, and I don't see him giving up the lead here. As we get the green flag, Derek's going to get that good run on the high side. He did not spin his tires, which is going to be good for him. Not good for the rest of the field.
And we got trouble behind him. The 54 round caution back out once again. So back underway, back under yellow again. Here tonight, that was the 54, big trouble down the back straightaway.
Looks like that 21 is also involved. He was just involved in that last caution.
Oh, man. Well, you know, we said it, cautions breed caution, especially at Bristol.
Typical Bristol.
So we'll back out here. Let's take a look. As it come up, he just gets free. Car comes around. Yep. That was a 9 already impact.
Yeah, that was a big hit for the 9 into that inside and outside wall.
Yeah, not going to be good for him. So we'll put it back under caution once again. What do you say we give a shout out to our sponsor one more time? We'll do one more commercial break before we come back to hopefully cover the end. Alrighty, folks, getting ready for a restart here once again. Speak, what do you think? This restart here at Bristol.
I'm sure we're going to see a lot more people pushing the issue here on this late caution. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be the last caution we have. I would not be surprised if it is, but I would expect people to push it more and more. It's going to be interesting to watch out here for as the pace truck takes the hard left turn off the pit or off the track. Derek Garrison leading them to the green. Going to get a good restart on the high side. Nathan on the inside, not so good of a restart. He's going to fall into second here, but have pressure from the 83. And we just mentioned the 83. We don't exactly know where he came from, but it looks like Nathan's getting a little bit loose. He's going to hit that inside wall.
But we're
No
going to get
caution.
We're going to get the white flag there. Cam Garrison out front. Going through 3 and 4. Bill Stringfellow behind him, but not close enough. Derek M. Garrison's going to get it done at Bristol.
That's 3 in a row for Derek Garrison, Matt.
And
That's pretty impressive, man.
what about our points leader there at the very end? He drops to 14 after getting sideways and looking at that race. Wow, what a night at Bristol.
And I do want to also mention here quickly, if we do look back in the field, Bob the Builder actually did get on the lead lap, and he scored the 14th finish from where he was when we spoke to him earlier, which was 20-something. So he gained some spots there at the end.
What a night. Well, let's get Derek up here and get an interview for race win. Good night at Bristol, buddy. Hey, Mr. Garrison, got a copy, bud.
What's up, man?
Well, another win here tonight at Bristol Motorspeedway, brother.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Garrison. Another win for you down here through the season. What were your thoughts going through those last few cautions?
Well, I was going to have to hold off Nathan there because he had fresh tires and made a high side work there, and was able to get the dub tonight, 3 in a row. Oscar, what do you think about that?
You know, that's pretty impressive. You're definitely starting your year off strong here. I think if I was any of the other guys in this field, I'd be a little bit scared to race against you next week. But you know, that was a crazy finish, and like you said, Nathan did try and give you a race for that win there. Unfortunately, he messed up coming to the white, so that kind of gave you a little bit of breathing room there. Matt, you got anything else to add?
Add there, man. Congratulations on the win, Bart.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the UiL ButtKicker series and Extreme Sim TV for putting on an amazing broadcast every week, staying up late for us. And thank you, Oscar and Matt, for doing that. And thanks to GGR teammates Steve and Eric. And yeah, we got 3 in a row, and we're going to celebrate tonight.
Alrighty, man. Good win here tonight. Congratulations.
Matt.
All right, let's look at P2 here. Mr. Bill in this school.
Yes, he's in Black Line Racing.
Don't find him down there with Dakota Camp. All right. Bill, buddy, you got a copy on it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Alrighty, man. P2, man. Where did you come from tonight? Great run.
And that was interesting. I messed up my qualifying. I scraped the wall and had to start 20th. That was a long race to work all the way up front.
Oh, coming home P2. Congratulations. Great run getting through the pack, bud.
Yeah, thank you. That was a fun race. Thank you guys for putting it on.
Yeah, I do want to mention quick, like you did say, you came all the way back from 20th, and we did not see a whole lot of you early on, if not at all through the race. And Matt and I both looked up, and out of nowhere, here comes this 83 car. So I'm sure it was a tough and long race, but I'm pretty sure you're happy with this second place finish after this long night.
Oh man, I'm ecstatic about it. I can't believe I got back up there. At one point, I tried to pass the 4 earlier, and we got together. I was running around with 3 minutes of damage, just trying to hold on for dear life because I only had 1 fast repair left.
Yeah, this league does run 1 fast repair, and you know, if you keep it in your back pocket or you use it too early, it can either hurt or help you through the end of the race. And it looks like it kind of helped you through this race.
Oh yeah, it helped me out a lot right there at the end. That was fun. I can't believe it worked out that way at the end, especially with everybody that had fresher tires than me. I was kind of regretting not pitting there, but it worked out.
Yeah, that indeed. It was a wild and crazy finish there. We're going to let you go enjoy this second place finish. Congrats on the second place finish, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yep.
Alrighty, good job there, Squeakerton. And let's grab third up here, Mr. Aaron Corey. Let's see. Mr. Backway. Yeah, Corey. See Corey. Do you know Corey?
I don't.
Oh, congratulations to him. Well, buddy, I think that's going to about do us for us here tonight. We got to get out of here. We're on the East Coast, so we got to go get in bed. But what a night it was, man. Great racing action at Bristol. We'll be back next race number 5. That's our ButtKicker Cup series next week. And thank you, Mr. Squeakerton, for coming up tonight, bud.
Thank you for having me. Again, this was, like you said, an amazing race and well worth the finish, hopefully, for the guys watching out there. And we will see you next week, and can't wait for another amazing race next week.
Yeah, for buddy. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We'll see you next time. God bless. Have a great night. It's night time. See you later.